Welcome to Your Dragon Reclaimed. Hey there, my fiery friend. Welcome to episode number 69 of Your Dragon Reclaimed. This podcast is all about you, not just awakening, not just getting to know and understanding your dragon energy. This podcast is about you bringing your dragon fire into the world in the ways that only you can. Your dragon energy is your magic, your mysticism, your bold, wise, and powerful energy. And we are all about being that in the world right now. Remember to please give this podcast a like, a heart, give it a comment, because when you engage, then you are being your fire. You are sharing your fire with the world. And then that helps to spread this energy, helps to feed the flame of what we are all becoming. And that is our empowerment. That is our truth. That is our magic. So I was at this beautiful women's circle just a few days ago. And at that women's circle, the leader of our group was helping us to feel into, guiding us to get to embody and be our wild woman energy, which to me is like just like the dragon energy, right? Being a wild woman kind of means all those same things, being untamed, unapologetic, being just free to be who you are. And she was guiding us through these different embodiment practices. And I had this thought, and it's something that I am seeing a lot in the spiritual world today, or in the spiritual collective, is that people are awakening, people are practicing, and they're gathering in like circles and going to full moon ceremonies and sipping cacao and all of the things. And all those things are amazing. And I love all of them, but it's time for more. It's time for more, because we are not going to change the world by sitting behind our computer screens and scrolling on our phones. We can sip cacao all day long. We can sage and Palo Santo our homes and buy crystals online to decorate our home. That's incredible. That's amazing. I love all of those things. I have crystals and sage, and I drink cacao. And I have such honor and reverence for the plant medicine cacao. But it's like we need to take that energy, that essence of what we are building, the sisterhood, the connection to our intuition, the community, the love, the nurturing. We need to take that outside of the home, outside of the circle, and be that in the world. We are not going to change the world by sitting behind our computer screens. One of my favorite astrologers, Evan Nathaniel Grimm, he just posted, it was like a video on YouTube. It might have been like his monthly forecast for the month of July. And in that forecast, he was talking about, and we see this too, right? All of the spiritual leaders, all of the astrologers are saying we're coming into this time of renewal and expansion, and the planet is shifting and the new earth is coming, right? And he's like, everyone's saying that, but like no one's doing anything about it. We're all just like happy to watch life unfold on our screens. And while I was seeing his point, part of me is like, that's the journey that we're meant to go on right now. We are meant to let our fires get activated. We are meant to step outside of our comfort zone. That's why it's the year of the fire horse. That's why all of these planets are in fire signs right now. It's to help to activate us, to inspire us to move and to do and to build and to create. Now is our time. Dragons don't just sit in their cave all day long, day after day. Dragons go out and fly so other people can see them. Dragons hunt. Dragons create magic, right? So it's time for us to do the same. And this is not to invoke anxiety or fear, like, oh man, I got to be doing things now. Like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I want to do. And like, oh, I'm so stressed out. I do too much anyway. That's not the point. That's not the intention of this. The intention of this is to wake up to the knowing that you don't have to do all of the things you've been doing that don't really matter, that don't really feed your heart and your soul. That is what the dragon is about. The dragon is about feeding your flame, your inner power, your fire, your heart, your soul. Can you tell my dragon is activated? Because it is. This is so important right now. All of these, the universe, the planetary alignments, the energy in the collective is all supporting us becoming empowered to be who we are. So where do we start? How do we start to take bold action? It starts with you. I actually have 3 ways in which you can start to bring and build and create and do your dragon energy in the world right now. And step number 1 is to take radical responsibility for your own energy. Your energy is not anyone else's responsibility. Your healing, your self-care, your self-nurturance, your energy balancing is your job. It's your responsibility. And it starts with you. So we cannot expect to see the changes in the world that we want to see, like more love, more peace, more joy, more connection in the world, unless we ourselves, unless you yourself are connected within. Unless you feel love within yourself, unless you are able to receive and be joy and peace. So the thing that we want to see in the world, we ourselves have to be. And how do you do that? You start by releasing and letting go of the old layers, the old energetic baggage, other people's energy that you've been holding on to. It's releasing what's not yours, releasing what doesn't belong, releasing the past life karmas and traumas so that you can call the parts of your soul back that you've lost along the way. Your energy is of prime importance. And so that's how you be your dragon, is by being fully you, being fully sovereign. So if you're not already doing the work, if you're feeling called to build something, to create something, to bring yourself into the world and let the world see you, you have to start from within and seeing yourself. And so that might require working with a mentor, that might require doing some deep inner healing. Whatever it is that you feel you need, let yourself receive that and do those things for yourself. So just for an example, how I am fully embodied in my dragon every day is that I meditate every single morning. It is a part of my practice. I cannot not meditate. My body wants to move and be physically active. So there's something that I do with my body every single day, whether it's a yoga class, whether it's a yoga sculpt class. I've been really enjoying that lately. Whether it's riding my bike or going on a hike with my dog. I do something for my body to move my body every single day. I also integrate self-care. So I create rituals for myself at home, or I'll go to a ceremony that someone else is guiding. So we have to build this energetic hygiene into our routine every single day so that our dragon can stay strong and connected and full of its fire, full of its life force, so you can be that life force in the world. The second step is to actually take action on the things that your soul wants, that your soul desires. This is where I see a lot of women getting stuck, as being too much in the feminine energy, being excessive in their feminine energy. Like, oh, I don't feel like it's the right time. I'm going to wait for a sign. I'm not ready yet, right? It's like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And if there's a tug at your soul, if your soul feels light up, lit up, if your soul feels lit up and wants to pursue your passion and your dream, but the thinking mind, your ego, is keeping it small, keeping it safe and playing it small, then that's a conflict there. And you're not allowing your dragon to move and emerge from you. You're not allowing your soul to be expressed in the way that it wants to. So maybe you want to take an energy healing course. Maybe you want to learn acupuncture, go to acupuncture school. Maybe you want to join a spiritual community or go to a full moon workshop, but you're like holding yourself back. Oh, I'll go to the next one. Not this one. I don't have time, right? It's like the feminine, when she's excessive, she can be too much in surrender, too much restful. But the energy of this planet, the energy in the cosmos, is bringing the fire. And so we need to let that fire work with us so we can activate and move again and build and create the life of our dreams and the thing that our soul desires to do. So, for example, I have this podcast where I speak my truth and share my gifts with the world. I run my business and I write posts and I write emails to my soul tribe. And I don't do it in an excessive, over masculine way, like work, 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 gotta produce, gotta make this, gotta make the budget, gotta get this many clients, right? I used to do it in that way until I learned over the last couple of years, like that isn't of service to me, that isn't of benefit to me. And I'm actually just as successful if I slow down and I do the things that I love too. So you have to find balance. This isn't like work, work, work yourself to burnout. This is like listen to the guidance from your inner knowing and your soul and follow it instead of holding it back. So to be your dragon in the world, you have to take radical responsibility for your energy, and you have to listen to that inner knowing and that guidance so you act when it is appropriate for you. And when it's appropriate for you, I mean when your soul is telling you to. So for a while, I didn't act. I didn't listen to my soul. And the universe started giving me pushes. This is like almost 10 years ago. Oh no, over 10 years. This is like 15 years ago when I was still working as a nurse and I was stuck in my desk job. And I was afraid to leave it because of the good salary and the benefits and all the things. But then like things started happening at work that were giving me the nudges and the gentle pushes, like it's time to leave. It's time to start the thing that you love. It's time to build your business. And finally, when I developed an eye disease, vision loss, is when I realized I don't really want to do this job anymore. And it's like, I can't do it in the same way because it's hard to read the computer screen, right? It's like I finally got the nudge and the understanding that it's time to leave. And so I did. And so maybe it's like we don't want to get to that point where we're getting the pushes and the shoves from the universe. Maybe we want to listen to that inner knowing right away and act. So we need to take action on the things that inspire us and the things that light us up. And then the number 3 way to bring your dragon into the world is to be a part of a community. This is Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius says that it takes the focus away from the individual, and it's about bringing people together into community in new and different and authentic and unique ways. So whether you build your own community or you step into one, because when we come together in community, we understand that we're not alone, and we understand that we are one, that we are all connected. We have similar experiences, and we can support each other and empower each other and lift each other up instead of continuing the suppression that we've all sustained, that we all have lived through for generations and generations. Because there is power in numbers. And I'm not talking about fighting or war or like revolt and revolution. I'm talking about coming together so we start to build and understand, yes, how powerful we are. And that when we each add our own light, when we each add our own flame, the fire builds and it grows and the heat gets stronger. And then other people start to take notice. And then we can really make that difference in the world. So whether you want to start going to a yoga studio, whether you want to join a container, whether you find a sister circle, a women's circle, and you start going to that once a month, like let yourself receive and be a part of community. It is so important on this planet right now. Community is, how we used to live. It's how we used to live in these, in tribes or in different villages, and like everyone took care of each other. And maybe we're not going back to the way that in the olden days, the way things were, but there's that essence of community, that felt experience when you are with a group of people that you love and care for, and you feel loved and cared for and nurtured by them. It's so healing and it's so powerful in itself. So let yourself be a part of community. Allow it to happen. Because sometimes we get scared or we get embarrassed or we're shy. I was shy for so long. And what has been some of the most healing experiences in my life is when I let myself come together with other people. So whether that was from going to support groups when I was really struggling with anxiety and fear around the mental illness that was in my family, whether that was starting to go to yoga classes for the very first time, or beginning my Reiki training and training with other women who were spiritually open and intuitively open and gifted, or whether that was from going to my Akashic Records training and experiencing the group of women there who were like highly evolved and like really initiated me into the deepest healing I've ever had. This is all in my book, by the way, and you'll have to read it because it's so good. It's coming out so soon. But these moments when I've allowed myself to step into and be a part of a community is when I have experienced such incredible healing. And yes, I've had also incredible healing experiences and expansions and growth on my own, but it's like multiplied to like a whole nother level when you let it happen with a group that's supporting you and holding you. So now is the time to bring your fire into the world. It starts by being radically responsible for your own energy. It starts by acting on your soul impulses, your soul desires, and it starts by letting yourself come together with community that resonates with you. Beautiful soul, if you feel like you want to explore more of this, if you feel like you need that activation, if you want to get to know and understand your soul more, or if you feel like there's something I'm carrying, there's something I'm holding on to that I'm ready to release and let go of, then I invite you to book a soul blueprint activation session with me. These can be done either virtually or in person. And essentially, we come into your Akashic Records. We channel guidance and support from your spirit guides and your highest self. And then Reiki energy healing is also integrated to help all of the energetic shifts and new perspectives and transformations come in a very supportive way for your system. So I'll link this in the caption. Beautiful soul, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please remember, again, to comment, give this episode some love, spread your fire around the planet by engaging, by doing, by acting on that soul impulse, that soul level connection here. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you next week. Namaste.